Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel with Forza Horizon 6 on the horizon. You see what I did there? I've been thinking a lot about what new features and improvements I'd love to see in the next game. Forza Horizon 5 has been incredible and I know it's here to stay for a long time. I know there's still at least a year and a half before we get Forza Horizon 6, but there are always areas for improvement that we can be thinking about and sharing with one another so that the word gets around the developers so they can start implementing some of these suggestions. Hopefully, spread the word, guys. So today, I'm sharing my top wish list for Forza Horizon 6, featuring everything from traffic control to easier drifting with the wheel. So let's dive in. Here's the wish list breakdown. Number 1, the first thing I want is traffic intensity control. What I mean is I'd love to see a feature where we can adjust traffic intensity on like a scale of 0 to 10, for example. Imagine being able to set the traffic to extreme levels for a real challenge, or turning it off completely for a ghost town vibe. Now in Forza Horizon 5, we're stuck with a fixed traffic setting, but this feature would give us so much more control over our racing environment, but more importantly for me, over our free roam environment. Having this level of control would really enhance the customization and immersion for different types of races and just driving around for fun. And we've all seen those videos where people are driving through intense traffic at super high speeds. Yeah, I want to do that in Forza Horizon 6. So let's make it happen, devs. Wishlist item number 2, searchable map. Why don't we have this? How about a searchable map, Forza, please? It can be really frustrating in Forza Horizon 5 and everything before that when you're trying to set a waypoint but you can't remember exactly where something is. You like the few bends in the road but now you don't know where they are. You can't save location. It would be really nice to even be able to save a location that you want to frequent for a certain kind of driving once in a while, like drifting. And how cool would it be if you could just type in a name of a place or a type of a location and the map shows you a bunch of different results and you could pick where you want to set your waypoints. Being able to search up and type in the name of a location or even the type of event you're looking for would make navigation so much smoother and quicker. It would save a lot of time. Wish number 3, on-the-go tuning options. Now some of you are probably like, yeah, we already have on-the-go tuning options right before a race. You could click on the tuning options and you could inflate or deflate your tires or whatever. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about switching in and out of classes or switching into a completely different type of a tuning setup you have for a car, even in the same performance class. This is one of my biggest gripes with Forza Horizon 5. It's like you go and try to complete an event and you get there and it tells you have the wrong car or it's in the wrong performance class and all that, and then you have to go back to the garage to fix your tuning setup up unless you already have a car that they want. But if you don't, then you got to do this whole thing all over again. Forza Horizon 6 should allow us to just adjust our tuning setups, like the whole setup, on the go, especially before starting a race or event. We should not have to go back to the garage to change up everything. We should be able to do that anywhere we can press pause and get into that menu. Wish number 4. This is another one of my big gripes, the day-night weather control. How cool would it be to control the time of day and weather in real time? In Forza Horizon 5, we're at the mercy of the game's dynamic weather and time changes. Sometimes I'm driving and 2 seconds later it turns dark and I'm like, what the heck? I didn't want it to be dark. Sometimes I'm driving and it just stays daytime forever and it's like, wow, that was great. That was a long stretch. So it would be really nice in Forza Horizon 6 if they gave us the ability to switch to day or night on demand and pick our weather conditions for any event, or at least in the free roam sessions, we should have a free roam game mode as a separate game mode. Just like we have a campaign tab on the pause menu, we should have a free roam. That'll allow us to have some of these options. Please, Forza, give us more control on the environment of the game. Now, I'm not saying that we should completely move away from the automatic changing or the dynamic changing of the day and the night scenarios in Forza Horizon 5 and the seasons that they have already planned out and whatnot and the events that go with those special seasons. I think we should keep all that, but we should also, in free roam at least, give the options to players to pick their own environment. That's all I'm asking. Come on, Forza. Wish number 5, advanced wheel settings. You know that was coming. For all the wheel users out there, we need the ability to have multiple presets for the advanced control settings. Not the difficulty settings, not the control settings. I'm talking about the advanced control settings where we get to change our force feedback, wheel damper. I want to be able to have at least 2 to 3 different presets there. One for my racing, one for my drifting, and one can be a default one. In Forza Horizon 5, you have no preset options. So changing force feedback or damper settings mid-game can be a big hassle. You literally have to go back to advanced settings and play with all the sliders to get back into race mode or to get back into drift mode. It is so annoying, so frustrating. It'll be really nice to have some presets that we could just set one time and just switch between them as needed. This would make the game much more user-friendly for us wheel players. Wishlist item number 6, easier replay mechanics. Replays in Forza Horizon 5 are great, but they can be really cumbersome to access. You gotta press rewind, then get into the replay camera, and then you gotta press pause and play and all that. Come on. Especially on a PC, it's really cumbersome. We need a hotkey, one button press, or 2 at most, to instantly replay the last 10 seconds or to record the last 10 seconds. Now, if you have console, for example, Xbox, you have this shared key on your controller that saves the last 20, 40, or whatever seconds you set to your console and uploads it to the Xbox Live page. Well, that's hard to achieve with the PC version of the game, and it's really annoying that you have good moments that if you weren't recording them that you lost forever. Wishlist item number 7, we need improved drifting with the wheel. This is another must-have for Forza Horizon 6. We need drifting to be easier with the wheel. In Forza Horizon 5, drifting can feel a bit clunky. I mean, you can get it right. I make a lot of drifting videos, and you can see that sometimes you get it really nice, and sometimes it doesn't work very well. But the point is, it is such a hassle to get the settings of the wheel, the in-game settings, the control panels, the third-party apps, and this and that. You gotta go through 5 different hoops to try to get your wheel to work, where it's a little bit manageable to start drifting, and it shouldn't be that way. We need to make some tweaks to the physics and the handling or whatever it is so that drifting is more accessible and more enjoyable for everyone regardless of the wheel. Finally, wishlist item number 8, can we please get a reasonable, a basic online play system that is multiplayer? Can we not have to go through 5 different menu options to find the online multiplayer and then go through these tiles to try to pick a mode we want to play and then randomly be placed in random races you don't really want to race? Can we just have an easy lobby system, kind of like Call of Duty, where you sign in, you pick if you want free-for-all or this or that. You could pick a road race, a rally, or whatever it is, and immediately a lobby starts to populate with players, and the race begins. Why can it be just that straightforward? We really need a better multiplayer interface as well as just a structure, because what we have right now is really inaccessible. And I know I said finally on the last one, but I got a bonus one, and I know this one's gonna be hard to get. This one's gonna be hard to make happen. This is like future talk right here, but I wish Forza Horizon 6 were the first game to have a voice assistant that helps you in the game so you don't have to stop driving. I want an in-game voice assistant so while I'm driving I can change certain things like the freaking radio, or turn off Anna from talking, or turn off the stupid Horizon arcade announcements that happen out of nowhere when you're just trying to drive and do things. Especially when you're driving with a steering wheel, you want your hands on the wheel. We gotta have a voice assistant that can turn things on and off for us on the fly without us having to take our hands off the wheel. Imagine how cool it would be if you could just say, "Hey Anna, navigate to the closest road race," or "Hey Anna, save the last 10 seconds of the game," or "Hey Anna, restart this race." There are so many things you could do with a voice assistant, and it doesn't have to be super fancy. A lot of these things Anna kind of already does. You just have to have a key attached to that function, but it would be super cool if we could use some voice assistant functionality to get this stuff going automatically without us having to press buttons and taking our hands off the wheel. That'd be super, super cool. I'd love that. So those are my top wishes for Forza Horizon 6. If even a few of these make it into the next game, it would be a huge win for the community, I think. What do you think? What features are you hoping to see in Forza Horizon 6? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss any future content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.